This segment is brought to you in part by John's Waterproofing.
If you live in Oregon or Southwest Washington, you gotta worry about water leaks. Yes, you do, especially if you own a basement. We're here at a local home to talk about a guaranteed solution.
Yeah, it probably wasn't so much that I saw it on the floor. I walked across it in my stocking feet.
Gene Ellis can remember the first time he knew something had to be done about his leaky foundation. He tried to patch it himself several times, but the water kept coming back.
It was last spring. I had chatted with someone from John's Waterproofing at a home show, and so I decided to have someone come out and see what their solution was to the issue.
We ran that lip all the way around.
John is the owner of John's Waterproofing. He's been in the business since 1974. With all those years of experience, John now knows that his job isn't so much about waterproofing as water controlling.
It wants to do what it wants to do, and we just train it to what we want it to do so it doesn't bother the basement.
To get that dry basement for Gene, John had a simple solution. Jackhammer about 6 inches of concrete from the inside of the basement floor, fill the trough with gravel, and take that gravel drain all the way over to a sump pump in the corner of the basement. Once enough water spills into the pump, it automatically kicks on and pumps water out and away from Gene's basement. To fix this same leak from the outside of the home, it would cost upwards of $30,000 and only be guaranteed for 10 years. John's system costs $5,000 to $6,000 and is guaranteed for life. That means no more leaky walls and no more wet socks, and a basement that Gene is finally getting to enjoy.
When you come down the basement to go into the laundry area and stuff, you have to go through here. So it would be pretty dismal if you didn't have this space fixed up and usable.
You might be wondering what made Gene's basement leak. But it's not just basements, it's the crawl space below any home that can have leaking issues. And it's because of the way every home is built.
When they dig out a foundation for a house, they actually create a pond. And what they're doing is they're putting a piece of concrete into that pond that has holes in it without any waterproofing on it. And so it's as though they're mandating that it leak.
So depending on the age of the home and how much water is seeping toward your foundation, any home could have problems. That moisture isn't just inconvenient, it could be hazardous.
Half the air in your house upstairs comes from here. With half that air going up there, if you maintain a relative humidity of 50% or more in your house or in your basement, you're subject to mold growth.
To really protect against mold and moisture, Gene also had John seal his dirt crawl space. Now remodeled, much drier, and ready for guests, Gene's basement isn't just a pond waiting for water. It's a livable part of the home.
It's a very functional space now. I'm very happy with what I was able to do to it because I had the water issue addressed.
If you're having a problem like Gene did, you can call John's Waterproofing and they will come out. They'll do a free quote for you. They'll find out exactly where the leak is coming from and they'll give you an estimate to fix it. You can log on to johnswaterproofing.com or call the number on your screen right now.